he really wants to read a book that one of the POVs has like nothing to do with the story. And then the next chapter is back to like whatever is happening with the people.
So I could see like people being like, okay, something's gonna happen.
Right.
And I want them to get so...
And they walk by each other, but you never get closure. Like they never meet.
Welcome to Savor the Story podcast, where books and snacks are life. I'm Nicole. That's Vanessa.
Hello. Hello. I forgot to wear my heart sweater for Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving. For Valentine's Day.
All right.
Don't you know you wear hearts on Thanksgiving? No, I forgot to wear my cute, like, book lover pink heart sweatshirt on our Valentine's Day episode, so I'm wearing it now.
Major oversight on your part.
Yeah, dang it. I was like looking through my closet to figure out what sweater to wear, and I was like, oh my god, I missed this.
I can't believe I did. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
In all fairness, you have a lot of sweaters.
I do. They get lost in the mix very easily.
Yes. Yeah, and do you have them like grouped by season, or do you just like put them back in like wherever there's space?
No, so recently when I rearranged all my sweatshirts, I rearranged them by like hoodies go in one spot, and then like my favorite ones go in another spot, and then like different types, I have them sorted like that, and then any of the holiday ones I'll put up there for the holiday. And then I will put them in the closet when they are
done.
Not that holiday. Yes.
Oh, nice.
I don't need them taking up space for other important sweatshirts.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Mike to find that the spare bedroom. There's a what are those things called that you put clothes in?
Like a dresser?
Drawer, a dresser, yes. There's a dresser in there. It used to be Ethan's. And I have been putting all of my non-seasonal clothes in there to make room for more clothes because I have a spending problem. And I'm waiting for him to find it. Like one day, like open all the drawers and it's just like stuffed, packed with my clothes. And he's like, what?
Why are all the winter clothes in here?
Yeah, because I've already taken over basically that whole closet. Mm-hmm. Like, at first, it was just, like, extra winter coats, but surprise, I have 1,000 coats.
Yeah, exactly.
So, now it's just all my clothes.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah. I feel like we're in the same boat. We'll be better one day. Maybe. And also, I have other news in that I'm still holding this microphone because my arm gets delivered today. So, and we're recording before it got delivered.
Oh man, if you wouldn't have said anything, I don't know that I would have noticed.
Oh, you can't really tell. It's like resting on because last time I did this, my shoulder got so tired. So this time I'm kind of like, I have my knee up and I'm resting my hand and the mic on my knee.
Yeah, I noticed your knee was there, but I was just like, oh, look how comfy she is.
Nope, there's a reason. Damn it.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets delivered today, though. I did get a notification saying it was out for delivery, so it will be here soon.
Yes. That's awesome.
Do you have book news? Book thoughts? Book musings?
No.
You don't have anything?
No. It's only been like 4 days since we recorded the last episode because of our time warp.
Oh, true.
Because I was sick, and so we had to squish all of our stuff to the left, so it's really only been, like, I don't know, a couple days. I've betrayed you or disappointed you or something.
I'm disappointed in both of us right now. Because I did not come prepared.
You are always disappointed in me. So.
No, that is not true.
Okay, maybe not true, but every time you're like, hey, Nicole... And you just leave it as like ... I'm like, here it is.
Here it is.
Vanessa's breaking up with me. Like,
more disappointment. No, that is not true. I am disappointed in myself. All of the disappointment is on me.
Okay.
But I have one random book thing to tell you, and it's nothing. But I had a conversation with somebody at work today about books, and he made a comment about a funny like way that a book could be written, and I feel like we should add it to your book that you're writing.
A list of really bad book ideas.
Yes. He was like, so we were talking about different POVs being in books, and the like how short chapters versus long chapters, like which one do you want, like which one do you prefer? And he said he likes short chapters better, which all right, I can get on board with. And then he said he really wants to read a book that one of the POVs has like nothing to do with the story. Where like every once in a while you'll just get a chapter from this POV and it's like, I had breakfast and went to Target. It was a great day. And then the next chapter is back to like whatever is happening with the people.
That would be interesting because it's not like, that's not a normal thing in a book. So I could see like people being like, okay, something's going to happen.
Right.
And I want them to get so close. You know what I mean? Like
to where like they interfere with like your main characters at some point or something.
Or like as you're reading it, you're like, the next chapter, it's gonna happen. They're gonna bump into each other. They're gonna interfere. Like they're in the same Target. I don't know.
Right, exactly.
But they never make it into the same aisle.
What if you like to make it fit your bad book idea is to where you do build it up like that, and you even have a chapter where they're in the same location and they walk by each other, but you never get closure. Like they never meet each other. They never talk to each other. Like the only interaction that they have is they pass each other at like the fair or something.
But
and that's literally it.
But neither storyline ever, because you know how like sometimes multiple authors will do that where they're like, oh, and I saw my friend Casey or whatever. And then the other author's like, I'm Casey. Like, they never, ever notice each other
pays
either.
Off.
Right, yes. No payoff.
Yes, so I feel like we should add that to the list.
I had to start a list. You know how many times we talk about it? And I'm like, I'll remember. No, I'm to the point where I don't remember anymore.
No. All of our ideas.
All of our ideas. All our garbage book ideas.
Whoops.
All right. Well, it's officially started. I'm going to write it next year. Surprise!
Okay, great. Well, I'm glad he could help us add to the list. I thought that was really funny that it was just like, I went to Target. It was a great day.
I had cereal. Like,
oh, thank you. Yes. That's all my book news. It was small and random.
I like that it's a thing outside of just here though, right?
Yes, agreed.
Like there are other people out there like, why can't books just be completely random?
Yes, he was like, he said, I would read that book so hard.
I know.
Like, okay.
Well, like this is a little bit jogging my mind, but and I know we've talked about this actually pretty recently, but one of the things we talked about was like not really choose your own adventure, but you read the book and then the second book you could go one way, or the third book you could go another way or whatever. And then you actually found a book that's like that.
Yes.
So I had to scratch that off my list of bad book ideas because I was like, oh, somebody's already done it. We'll see how it goes. So
we need to pick an episode that we're going to do that in. I feel like we should do that soon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we don't have to do that while we're recording. We don't have to make them listen to it. But yeah, we should decide when we're going to do that. We should do that one soon and see how we feel about it.
Okay.
All right.
100.
Great. Okay. Episode 100 that's scary, because what if it's not good?
And it's so close.
I know. Oh, yeah, we're only like
15
15
weeks.
episodes away.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I read 2 books in 3 months or 2 months? Like, I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how the slump is going. I feel like we're unslumping.
I am unslumping.
Okay, we're unslumping. I felt like I was unslumping more than I actually am.
Mm-hmm.
But I still am on the rise, I think. I'm still on my way out.
Good.
I was complaining to Tim the other day, and I was like, I'm really in this slump. I'm really fed up with it. Like, I'm tired of being in this reading slump. And he was like, well, just get out of it. And I was like, well, how do I get out of it? And he said, by your bootstraps. And I was like, what? That does not help me.
That's always the worst advice.
Yeah, no.
Well, just do it.
Just get out of it. Just stop being in a slump.
Yeah.
Thanks, Timothy.
So helpful.
Yeah. But we're unslumping. We're
I'm just doing it.
just doing it. Just put it in the universe.
Boots and all.
That's right.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks. All right. Do you have a snack this week? Because I don't.
Well, really?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You didn't have a cheat day?
What did I eat? I don't know.
You didn't have a cheat day? Wow. Or did you eat like more pretzels on your cheat day?
I did eat more pretzels. Oh, but okay, I know why I can't think of it. Is because I ate Chewies on my cheat day, and I always have Chewies. So like, what? Just every cheat day, I'm just gonna be like, my snack this week is enchiladas.
Jalapeno ranch.
Jalapeno ranch.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I don't know.
Drink it.
What did I make did I make a soup as my,
Mm-hmm.
what did I make it as? Do you remember? What my last one?
Zupa.
No, because I didn't make that one. Oh, yeah, I did. Did I make that one?
I think so.
I've made like so many soups lately. I can't remember. Well, because I made this
season.
I know. This week I made white bean chili. Did I use that one already?
No, but you could use it again.
Okay. If I did use it, I'm sorry. If I didn't use it, then yay. That's what I'm using this week. White bean chili. It was so good.
Yeah. It's really like, that's one of the, there are good things about it being cold outside. Soup is one of those things.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We this isn't my snack, but I'm going to talk about soup. When I was sick, I told Mike, I was like, I want soup. And he ordered us ramen. And then like 2 days later, he ordered us pho. And I was like, oh, this is the best. So normally I don't like vegetarian pho because it just kind of tastes like vegetable water.
Okay.
This place was delicious.
Oh, was it? It was a new place?
It was a new place. It was so good. So I was really happy about that.
Nice.
And if I would have put thought into this, I could have used that as my snack. I could still do it, but...
You can. You picked something else for it, though?
Not really. I just ate one of those giant Bavarian pretzels at the game today. Or at the game the other day. And that fake plastic cheese.
Yep.
Like,
you have to.
oh, it's so delicious. You know what? I'm picking pretzel. Fuck it.
Okay, great. I didn't eat anything at that. We went to a concert and I didn't really eat. I mean, I ate chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, but that doesn't count. So we're going with soup. I feel like I already used it already, but that's all right. We're using it again, people.
Yes. If we've used it already, insert chicken tenders here.
That's right. Exactly. I'll just rate it in both of them so that I cover all my bases.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, great. All right. Are you ready for your book?
Yes, I'm ready for my book.
Okay.
I'm in a weird sitting situation, so if I'm flailing. I apologize up front. For anybody who's watching, you shouldn't notice if you're listening.
That's right.
So this week I finished the book Sandworm by Andy Greenberg. I listened to it on Audible. It is nonfiction, and it was great.
Okay.
The end. No. Okay. So
that's my review. It was good.
It was good. Do it. All right. So in 2014, not 2024, 2014,
okay,
a mysterious group started releasing a series of cyber attacks and in 2014, I'm not a huge history buff on this kind of stuff, but I don't think cyber attacks were really in the forefront of like everybody's mind as like a legitimate way to cause mayhem, right? Because it's just not. I don't want to say the internet was still super new, but like
right.
People were. We didn't have like AI, and it wasn't like we were like I don't think I was using the internet for anything interesting in 2014, but I could have been one of the few. Maybe that's why I've never heard of this.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
wait, is this a real?
This is a real story.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, did you tell me the genre? Did you already tell me
nonfiction?
Yeah, did you already say that?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. Apparently. Because I did not remember that.
Don't listen anymore. This book's not for you.
Oh, it's not for me. Got it. Okay.
All right. So these attacks were focused more on, strangely enough, more on infrastructure than they were on like computer systems, which was also new at the time. And these attacks continued to escalate till about 2017 with the release of a software bug, malware, NotPetya. Now, NotPetya was focused on basically fucking up Ukraine, but due to its nature, it spread beyond like the intended scope of what these hackers like meant to do with it, right? And it basically spread worldwide, touched the United States, went all through Europe, and it cost roughly, I think they want to say roughly like $10 billion, but they think that was underestimating wildly. So
this attack was by a specific group or whatever, and they were specifically attacking Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From 2014 to 2017. I didn't list all of the events. It starts, so I didn't want to get too deep in it, but it's basically in 2014, there's a small little cyber attack, and then they're more frequent. They're constantly evolving and changing until you get to 2017, where this one just like knocked out lights, knocked out ATMs, knocked out like bus systems, basically all these computers. I don't want to tell you how it did it, because that's like the big like, that's interesting, like, but it fucked a lot of shit up in Ukraine, right? So
that's terrifying.
Right.
That something could do that.
Right. Yeah. It was, this book was definitely an eye-opener for me. Like, I know these things exist. And when you talk about like, we've read some end of the world type books or like, maybe like apocalyptic books or stuff like that. And this kind of had the same feel to it, right?
Okay.
Now, most of these attacks, you come to learn that there's a lot of different groups. They all have different names. Like one group was named Sandworm, the original 2014. That's why, the book's name is Sandworm.
Okay.
There was another one, it was like Fancy Bear. And like all these other names that like I love. I don't know, should I don't know, like I love some of these hackers handles.
I was gonna say these are some pretty great names for like a very terrifying thing. Yeah,
I can't remember one guy's handle, but like one guy's handle was like Fuzzy Kiwi. It was like something like that, and I was like something like that, so I was just like, man, all these names are fucking great. And but in the end throughout the whole book, basically the author Andy is trying to guide you towards understanding how everybody thought at first it was probably the Russians, and then building all of the, the narrative to fit that, right? Finding all the clues, if you want to say it, and looking at all of the malware or whatever it's called, and then coming to the end where you find out it is Russia, right? This book was recommended to me by a coworker. We were just talking about like books or something like that. I recommended a book to him, and because we were talking about something very specific. He was like, I want to know more about this. And I was like, actually, I know a book. I
have the book for you.
This is the book you want to read. And it's a pretty good book. So I was happy to, tell him. But he was like, well, I have a book for you. And I started listening to it the next day. And I really enjoyed it.
Good.
I guess my main takeaway from when I was surprised at how little I knew about all the events that happened. Like, I am truly an uninformed person because I knew the stuff, like I said earlier, I know stuff like this happens.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was talking to my husband who is always reading about stuff like this. Or he's always reading the news. He's one of those people where he can remember things that he reads. Like, I just named off a couple of things that happened in the book, and he was like, oh yeah, old news.
And I was like 2015, this is where we were at.
Right. He was like, come on, Nicole, that was 10 years ago. I was like, dang it. Don't listen to this book. Sorry.
Right. A random question. Is Sandworm the name of the person, or the name of the attack, or the name of the group? Okay.
All right. So it's the name of the group, and the reason it's like an unofficial nickname. The reason they ended up calling him Sandworm is because I guess in the code they were finding references to the book Dune.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so they started calling them Sandworm as part of that whole thing.
All right.
So all right. So some thoughts on the book. This book talks about a lot of different groups, a lot of different events. There's a lot of info in here, but it doesn't dig too deep into any of them, right? Like, you learn about Fancy Bear in like one chapter, you know, stuff like that. So it doesn't, the book is only, I want to call it like 8 or 10 hours long. So it's not a deep dive into anything.
You're going to get surface level about a bunch of different stuff.
Right. Yeah. There's enough info to make the point, but not belabor it. Right. The info is explained in a way that, like, if you don't have a computer background, you can still follow what's going on, right? Like, he does take the time to explain to you how some of these things work, and some of the code that's used, like what it does to a computer to make it so effective. He doesn't necessarily get into the, like, so you put this code in there, and he's not reading strings of code out to you, right?
That's nice of him.
Yes, right. So because of all of these things, I would say that if you already know some of the events that I've talked about, you're already familiar about like the whole pre-Russia-Ukrainian conflict and all that stuff, you're probably not going to find this book as like interesting as I did, right?
Okay. All right.
I don't think you're going to get any new info. It's not a deep dive, right? Okay. But in the book, he does recommend other books that, like, where he, cited sources, or if you want to dive deeper into a very specific event, stuff like that. Okay. So I touched on this a little. This book was published in 2019. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's not, if you want to call it, a very recent book. Right.
It doesn't include any of the the recent events and stuff.
Right. Okay. So as I was listening to it, I was like, oh man, so more like the more recent cyber attacks, the invasion of Ukraine, that stuff's not like everything that's happened since the invasion is not covered in this book.
Okay.
But it is an interesting look at what that prep work on Russia's part looked like.
Okay.
And like taking into account like that whole like, oh, 2020, hindsight's 2020, everything like now that we are in 2025, me reading this book, I'm like, oh wow, like this should not have been a surprise.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And to people who are more informed, hi Kat. Yeah, to people who are more informed, they're probably duh, Nicole. Like,
Of course this happened.
watch, but I don't watch.
Of course we all saw this coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say I don't watch the news, so I'm not a good barometer
Right.
for like
Same.
stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So just some last thoughts, not about the book. I should say I'm ending my thoughts on the book. I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5
Okay.
pretzels. I really enjoyed it. I would say the only reason I didn't give it a straight 5 is some of it was kind of slow. Okay. I know I said like it skims over a lot, but it does jump around a little bit. Okay. There is some slow spots. And I kind of thought there was a couple chapters in there that were just fluff.
All right.
Or maybe not as relevant, but he wanted to tie the picture, so he just gave me a bunch of information where maybe like that could have been like a sub, I don't know, like a smaller chapter or something, right? Okay. So beyond that, like maybe just thinking like if this book is not some people's who are listening idea of a good read, I did look around a little bit for podcasts that cover this. Same topic, and I did find a podcast called the Net Diaries.
Okay.
So I personally only listened to episode 54, the Not Petya episode.
Oh, okay.
Because
specifically about this.
Yes. The host has Andy Greenberg, the author of this book, on that episode, and so they deep dive Not Petya.
Okay.
So it's a lot of similar content to the book, but it just, I guess, it's only focused on that very small piece of the book. You got maybe about like a fifth of the content.
Okay.
But it's the main point. It's like what Andy is driving to, the culmination in the book. So maybe you don't want to hear any of that stuff. I don't know. Okay. I did listen to it. It was a good listen. It was, there was really nothing in that episode that surprised me because I had already finished the book at that time. So
yeah.
Everything they talked about, I knew. I did go through his episode list, and I did find other episodes with similar content that were covered in the book.
Oh, okay.
One is episode 77 called Olympic Destroyer.
Okay.
Andy is also in that episode.
Okay.
So
how long are the episodes?
Like an hour. 45 minutes to an hour. Not
so
very long.
If you're interested in the story, but you're not really like dedicated to listening to 8 to 10 hours,
right? Yeah,
you can go listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
okay.
They're shorter, more condensed versions, right?
Okay.
And then also episode 53, which is called Shadow Brokers. Now,
cool.
77 and 53, I did not listen to.
Okay. Just that one.
I only listened to 54. I wasn't as interested in 77 and 53 just because like Olympic Destroyer and Shadow Brokers were remember when I was saying like in the book I was like some of it, it makes sense that it's in here, but it's less interesting because those are the topics. Those were the topics.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it when you can bring in like extra stuff that you can listen to about it.
Yeah. And I mean, I just did like a quick search and I picked the first, the first one that was on there, and it basically solidified me listening to that one because I saw
Okay.
Andy was in the like in those episodes. So that's why I listened to it, but I didn't.
Nice.
I'm sure there's other
Yeah.
podcasts out there that have this.
It feels like a big enough topic to where there's probably multiple of them talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm
Yeah.
glad you had a good one.
Thanks. Me
Yeah.
too.
All right. Is that your only one you're doing today? Okay. All right. I am going to tell you about Night Watcher by Daphne Woolsoncroft. It's a fun last name.
Yeah.
It is a thriller, mystery, whatever. It was a sister book club. Obviously, I feel like every thriller mystery I read is a sister book club.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, and I listened to it. So, all right. When Nola was a child, she escaped from the notorious serial killer named the Hiding Man. She watched someone she cared about be murdered in front of her by this
Jeez.
serial killer, and she made it out alive, obviously. And the man was never caught. We are now 20 years later, and Nola is a late night radio show host in Portland, Oregon. And it's not your regular like radio show. It's all about hauntings and cryptic sightings.
All right. It's okay.
Yeah, so they talk about things that, I mean, and it's Oregon, so like it's,
Oh yeah.
yeah, all the woods and stuff are around, all the trees, all the things, and so
That's where Bigfoot lives.
that's where Bigfoot is. Yes. Like Northern California into Oregon, all that, that's Bigfoot territory.
Oh,
So they get that's kind of, they like take calls and stuff like that. People tell them their experiences. So that's kind of the radio show that she hosts. One night, when a caller describes an eerily familiar scene, it triggers a memory for Nola that makes her fear that the man is back and he's come to finish what he started. So over the years, like she's kind of taken every precaution to keep herself safe. Like I don't remember for sure, but I was going to say maybe she uses a different name on her radio show, but I don't think so. So I think the radio show is the only thing that really like puts her out there. Other than that, she's not really online. She has cameras everywhere. She never speaks about her experience or encounter or whatever. Like she never tells people about it. So, cause she doesn't want to like connect herself to the story. So she kind of like has stayed out of it for the last 20 years. But now that she's like starting to get these vibes that like something is happening, like she's feeling like there's too many coincidences that are going on around her. And now with the radio caller that called in describing a live incident with an intruder, it's just like really starting to sound familiar. She's really starting to feel like this is too much. And the woman's description of the intruder like truly convinces her that he's here. The police are not taking her seriously because it's been 20. Yeah, exactly. It's been 20 years. He's not done anything since then. And also, he's like a masked man. So it's really hard to be like, yeah, this person is back, but he's wearing a mask. So you can't really prove that, like, whatever. So the police aren't taking her seriously. There's a new mysterious next door neighbor. There's some people around her, not around her, but like in the city that are starting to be hurt. And so she decides to try to figure this all out on her own.
Nope. So can I ask you a question before you get into your... Does the guy, the killer from 20 years ago, does he know that she saw everything happen?
Yes.
Okay,
They
so...
made eye contact.
Oh, and then she escaped.
Yeah,
Wow.
she was only 8 when it happened.
Okay, so, man, I cannot imagine the psychological stress of 20 years of knowing that, like, any person you meet could be the guy.
That person. Yes.
Oh, no.
And because he's masked, you don't really know how old he was at the time, right? So because a 16-year-old could be the same size as like a 28-year-old or whatever. So
Right. Well,
if
plus how big somebody looks to an 8-year-old is wildly different than, like, a 40-year-old me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you wouldn't know their age, so like literally anyone that you meet between the ages of like your age and like 30 or 40 years older than you could be that person. Yeah, I don't know, it's fucking terrifying. So, and I don't know if I agree fully with her. I mean, I honestly, obviously have never been through this trauma, so I don't know how I would deal with it. But like, not telling anyone about it, like anyone that you're close with at any time about your experience or your whatever, it's almost like you're just trying as hard as you can to just push it out. And if you don't talk about it, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, I enjoyed it. It's definitely got some problems, but it's not terrible. Like it didn't, there's nothing about it that's really like, oh my God, this is awful, or like this could be fixed. It just kind of was like, it was engaging. It kept me interested. It's actually, so it's written by a true crime podcaster. Daphne Woolsoncroft is a host of the podcast called Going West, and she actually gives a little blurb at the beginning of the book and at the end of the book. So I can't remember, I think it was her aunt. Her aunt was murdered, like in real life, however many years ago or whatever. So this story is not based on her story, but she kind of like pulled some things from her aunt's story to kind of feed the book a little bit. So it's a thriller mystery or whatever, but I feel like, so obviously it could be read anytime, but if you're into theme reading, I think this is like the perfect September, October kind of book vibe. So It's like rainy Portland, it's creepy, there's some suspense, like all of that. I just feel like it kind of fits that vibe a little bit. So maybe if you're interested in it and you want it to be a theme reading book, add it to your list for like this fall. This is mildly spoilery, but it's not going to give you any details. Like, I'm not going to give you details. It's not going to give away any of whatever, but there is cheating in this book. And to me, I feel like, why is there always cheating in like specifically in thrillers? I feel like, why does it have to happen in thrillers? I don't get it. I don't understand.
That's like, I don't know. Maybe that's like the number one reason like women kill.
Oh, right.
So
probably.
Or their husbands never cleaning up their whiskers after they shave.
Off of the sink.
Followed closely behind.
That's right. Top 2 reasons. Yeah, I mean, I guess jealousy is a good, a good thing, but I just
motivator.
Yeah, I just want to read a thriller that does not have cheating in it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
If there's one out there, tell Vanessa.
Yes, thank you. So there's that. I think I'm on the fence about saying this. I'm gonna say it either way, but like I went back and forth about saying this, but I feel like the biggest downside of this for me, I think, is that the identity of the killer is very lackluster.
Oh.
Like, it's just meh. And his motive for killing. Also, I don't think they paid off. Like, I just don't think there was a big payoff in the end. And so...
Like the author could have done, like, a better job coming up with a motive.
Yeah, a different motive would have been better, for sure.
And that's interesting because if she has a podcast about stuff like that, she's probably really familiar with just like every day, kind of like I was saying earlier, like, oh, the jealousy, the you've driven me to my last, you broke the straw that broke the camel's back, to just like something like wild,
Yes.
like.
Yeah, you could have picked anything in there. But it was not. And the reason why I feel like I had a question about whether or not I should say that, because I feel it's not a spoiler, obviously, but it's also, I feel like it's giving away a little bit of, like, just that it's kind of lackluster. But I still feel like it was something I should warn the people about.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe the ending didn't really, the
Yeah.
oomph wasn't there, right?
Yeah. So that part is unfortunate, but I feel like overall, like I don't have a whole lot to say about it just because I had a couple of those issues, like those small issues with it, but overall I found it enjoyable and engaging, and it kept me intrigued the whole time, even if it didn't pay off fully. Like I still walked away from it pretty good.
Okay.
So I have a couple of nitpicky audiobook things. So if you're not planning on listening to this book, then these things don't matter, obviously. But if you do enjoy audiobooks and you were going to listen, here's a couple of things. So there's multiple POVs, and it doesn't, this is a huge pet peeve of mine, it does not tell you whose POV you are in when you start the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And that really annoys me because like I feel like it's different if you just have one male character and one female character, then like you obviously always know whose POV you're in. But in this particular case, there's two male characters that we get a POV from, and the male narrator does not change his voice at all. And so we get a chapter from the killer, and then later we get a chapter from the detective, and it doesn't tell me. And I was like, what is this person talking about right now? Like, we're not.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, we're not with the killer anymore. Or like, oh, we're not with the detective anymore. Whichever one was first, I don't remember. But like, I was like, we should have known whose POV we were in before you started speaking in the same voice.
Right. Yeah, that's always unfortunate when audio.
Yes.
Like, not. Yeah, if you're not going to change your tone or your voice or whatever, then you at least need to identify, which I know when the author is writing the book, they're probably not thinking about that.
Right.
Right. But
True.
like,
and I mean, like, I feel like you get there quick enough. Like once you are like where you're at in the story, you get like a paragraph or whatever. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I know who we're with now and stuff. But when you first are introduced to the detective, because I'm pretty sure you get the killer first, and then you get the detective, and you're like, what is he talking about? Like, I thought I was still with the killer. Like, what are we talking about right now?
yeah.
So yeah, I just whatever. The female character. This is so when I talked to my sister about it, she did not realize that this happened. So it might just be a me thing that caught on to it and it bugged the shit out of me. Was that when she was reading the emotional parts. Okay, I'm going to start by saying she was fantastic at conveying the emotional moments. Like in the phone call that they get where the woman is describing the intruder and like she's living through this thing. It was so good. Like it gave me chills, right? Mm-hmm. But when she's in those emotional points, she speaks the like book wording as well in that same emotion. So like, let's say she was saying like, oh my God, the killer is here, she said, right? And so she says the whole thing in that very emotion, whatever. And so the she said part is also like super emotional. And I'm like, bro,
I don't like that.
yeah, no, she said it is not supposed to be emotional.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just, and that's a very small part because it's just two words. But I feel like in the parts where like there's more words in between the quoting, she did that like same thing, like the emotion kind of held throughout. And who knows, maybe I would complain too if she would have like broke the emotion.
Did
like,
it the other way.
Yeah. So maybe it's the lesser of two evils, but I don't know. I caught on to it immediately and I was like, wow, that annoys me. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Okay, so I am ultimately rating it 4, but I can't decide if it's like a rounded 4 or if it's a true 4. So we're gonna just live in 4 right now for either bowls of soup or chicken tenders. I don't know which one, but yeah, it was good. I would still recommend it to people if you were interested in this like vibe of book, but just kind of know it's probably not perfect. Okay. So that is that. The end. Are you ready for a question? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. All right. No, this is not good for you.
Oh, why do I keep getting these? Right.
Okay.
I need to read happy books, apparently.
Right. You have to sit in the room with the villain of your most recent read. How do you convince them not to kill you?
I don't think that's possible.
I don't think that's possible for you either.
No, I think I'm fucked. I'm either dead or I'm in the gulag. I don't know. I'm fucked.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about this serial killer. How do I convince a serial killer not to kill me?
Convincing them to kill someone else.
Look at this other person here for you.
Don't you think they would scream nicer than me?
Right, exactly.
That's so fucked up.
No, it really is. I don't know if I have any way to convince him not to kill me.
No, because you can't outrun him.
No, definitely not. And I mean, okay, hold on. Let me think about it for a second. Let me think about it. What if I offered to be his accomplice?
Oh, you're like, you know how many true crime shows I watch or listen to? I could really be an asset here.
I can help you. I can help you get away with it. I'll be your alibi.
Yes, and then as soon as he turns his back, you boop him on the head.
That's right. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not ultimately not going to actually help him, but I need to convince him that I'm gonna help him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only way I'm getting out of this.
Well, at least one of us survived.
At least one of us made it to after this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Well, listeners, you tell us if you are in Nicole's boat or in mine. Are you
gonna make it or you don't? That's really the.
Are you making it out alive or not? Comment on any of the listening platforms that you're on. There's all of them. Go to Savor the Story Pod everywhere on all the social medias, on the websites. Go like and subscribe and give us loves and comments and share us with your friends.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here.